Hey cruisers, I'm so excited. It's cruise day. We are in Galveston right now. As you can see, I'm in my messy hotel room and it is almost time to go and get on the ship. The sun is shining outside. It is so pretty in Galveston today. And I gotta tell you, it's a little bit warmer than it was last year. When we were here last year, it was 28 degrees and raining at the same time of year. So I'm really happy. I think it's like 58 or 60. I'm still wearing a sweater because I think it's gonna be cold. But yay, I'm gonna take you guys along for embarkation day. Let me back up for just a little bit and tell you what's going on. So we drove down yesterday. We live in Texas now, so it's just a couple of hours for us to drive down to the port of Galveston. So my son and I jumped in the car. This is a mom, son, and friends trip. And we made our way down. We stopped at an outlet mall and had a really good time. And then we pulled into the Residence Inn Marriott just like right at dark and checked into our room. I love this place for pre-cruise stays. I think I got the room for under 150 bucks, which is really good. If you're staying on a weekend, it might be a little bit more, but I got a really good deal. So don't hesitate to look into this one. They have rooms with a peek at the ocean, which is amazing. And it's really walkable to a lot of different things. So when we got here, we were hungry. So we went over to one of our favorite restaurants here. It's called Salsa's. It's a Mexican food restaurant. But my son spotted a Goodwill in the parking lot. He's like, Mom, we have to go to that Goodwill. And you guys, if you come to Galveston, the Goodwill by Salsa's is amazing here. Everything is so organized. He actually bought a Tommy Hilfiger suit for $19. So I know that's a random tip, but we had a great dinner at Salsa's and then settled in. And we're actually getting ready to go check in. I've got to finish packing up my bags here. And then we've got a 10:30 check-in time. And we're going on Carnival Legend for a 10-night cruise. We're gonna go to Princess Keys, I know, random, right, on a Carnival cruise, Celebration Key, Grand Turk, and Amber Cove. So let's pack up the suitcases and go get checked into our parking and walk over to the ship. Well, that went so smoothly. We're already on the ship. It is 11 a.m. So we got all of our bags in the car and headed over to Galveston Park and Cruise, which is a great experience. So what they have done at Galveston Park and Cruise is they've created indoor parking garages that are close to the cruise ship. So if you want to park your car indoors, but you don't want to have to take a shuttle, you can park in their lots. They have someone checking you in when you pull into the alley, and they basically tell you which garage to go in. They have them like color coded, like pink, yellow. So we got parked in the yellow lot. We took all our bags out of our car, then they directed us to back into a spot, and it felt very secure. And even though I feel like it was a little bit expensive for the week, it was, I think, just over $300 for 10 days, so like 30 bucks a day. This time of year, I'm a little bit nervous about hailstorms, so I decided I wanted to do covered parking. Okay, so the walk here. All right. I have mixed feelings about this parking situation here in Galveston. I feel like Galveston Park and Cruise is just as close as the express lot, which is part of the Port of Galveston, which is like the on-site parking that's uncovered and about the same price. But the road to walk here is a little bumpy. It's not very smooth. So if you have time to drop off your luggage before you park, it's a lot easier then to park and then just walk. The walk is really, really short. So I think the only indoor lot that's closer would be VIP parking, which is like literally just maybe 50 yards closer or something like that. But it's a good option for you if you want covered parking. We walked into the terminal, breezed right through, never stopped, never sat down. Now we have booked an ocean suite this week, so we do get priority boarding. They put you into the earlier groups, and our check-in time was 10:30. We were a little bit late, so we were on the ship by 11. I'd say it took us about 15 minutes from curb to ship. Super friendly staff down there. We had help with our luggage immediately to get that checked in, and it was a great experience. Then we got on board, said hello to our muster station, got that over with, and because we're in a suite, they already had the room ready, which is so nice. Room cards were on the door, and I want to give you guys a look around this ocean suite. It's really nice if you can upgrade. We spent about $1,300 extra for the two of us to upgrade to this extra space. And we have the bed separated into two. You have a nice big couch in here. You have a vanity and a large bathroom with a bathtub. Very nice, and an extra big balcony. So now I am gonna go explore the ship because I really haven't seen much of it, and I'll check in with you guys later. I went straight for my first Guy's Burgers of the cruise, and of course I had to have the ringer, the one with the onion ring on it, piled it up with all the good stuff, including jalapenos, and it was so delicious. Then maybe because I was feeling guilty about the Guy's Burger, I went and took a tour of the fitness center. You guys, they've renovated the fitness center and the spa. It is so pretty, so modern, so nice. Now there's no thermal suite on this cruise, but they do have a complimentary sauna and steam room that anyone can use. And I think they said the hours are like 8 to 8. So while I was there, I also checked out the fitness center, the gym. Absolutely beautiful. I love the double-decker 2-layer thing. Then I stopped back by my stateroom really quick and unpacked just about everything. We didn't have all of our bags, so I kind of unpacked into my closet, and then I gave my son the other closet, and we got him unpacked later. And then my son dragged me up to the upper decks for a little round of ping pong, and that was fun, but it was super windy, so not much happened. And now we are off to the Sailaway party because, you guys, this ship is moving. It is 3:42 and the engines are on and our lines are off and we are going. So let's go see how Carnival Legend does Sailaway. Carnival Sailaway parties never disappoint. We had so much fun up there. It was interesting because this day turned out to be really warm weather, but then by the time the Sailaway party rolled around, you could start to feel that cool breeze, and yet you could still get out on the open decks and see Galveston on both sides of the ship as we pulled away. It was really beautiful to see kind of the city side and then the Gulf side. After the Sailaway party, I came back to the room to regroup just for a few minutes, and we caught the sunset just in time out on the balcony. It was so absolutely beautiful. And then we changed clothes and we headed to dinner. We actually had an anytime dining situation tonight, and I have to tell you, on the first night of a cruise, on Legend, at least for a 10-night cruise, the anytime dining room is so much quieter on the 3rd floor than the 2nd floor that was set time dining. There was a line all the way back to the sushi restaurant on deck 2 for the set dining time at 5:30. So I'm glad that we had any time. It worked out great. We got the most beautiful table at the very back of the restaurant for our party. It had gorgeous views and a really delicious dinner. We had some delicious appetizers, and then for our main courses, we had the short rib. I had the Szechuan shrimp, and then we had a variety of different desserts. Warm chocolate melting cake, of course, for my son. His friend had an orange cake. Somebody at the table got a cheesecake, and I had the fruit platter. All of them were excellent. I've been really impressed so far with the food, but we're tired. We're going to go play some cards up at the Lido deck, and maybe I'm going to make it 2 more hours to the Welcome Aboard show. I really want to see it, but I'm not sure I'm going to make it. Our next video about Carnival Legend is actually going to be our big review of the trip. So we're not going to do daily vlogs on this one, but I'm going to do a review that tells you guys about every single port that I mentioned earlier that we're going to. So Celebration Key, Princess Keys, Grand Turk, and Damahagua Falls. We actually just reserved our cabanas at Celebration Key. We went with Starfish Lagoon because it's what our kids wanted. I think the adults would have gone for something a little more adult, but we want the kids to have so much fun on this cruise. So we picked that one so the kids can be close to the pickleball court, and we'll let you know in our next video how that goes in our full review, where I also am going to break down the full cost of this cruise. If you are cruising on Carnival Legend and you have any questions, drop me a comment below. I'll do my very best to answer, but it's been an amazing embarkation day, and I'd love to hear your comments. If you're booked on the ship, let me know when you're going. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.